Hey everyone, Kassandra Brooks here, and I'm actually going to be giving you one of my most highly requested videos, a hair tutorial on how I normally do my hair. So if you like that, this is how you achieve it. First of all, if your hair is short like mine, yeah, super short, let me show you what it looks like really quick. This is my natural hair. I'm sorry if it's shocking. It's really short. But that's my natural hair, so this is what I'm working with. And if you have short hair like me, then you are going to need lots of extensions. I killed an animal! Just kidding. So this is just 100% human hair, and get mine from a beauty supply store. You can also get it at like Sally's Beauty Supply. Sells a lot of different kinds of hair and pretty inexpensive. And then also, if you want to check out amiclubwear.com, they have some hair. And what's great about the ones that they sell is it actually already comes with the clips. You may notice on mine, mine doesn't have any clips sewn on. That's just because I like to be able to buy the hair for the certain color I want and the length and the quality, and you really can get better options if you buy it without the clips. And then to customize it, pretty much all you do is you measure it to the size of your head. Like, you're gonna have different rows obviously, so you just measure it and cut it to the size that you want. And then I buy these hair clips at Sally's Beauty Supply. They're just like the bendable ones, and this is pretty much what they have sewn onto the clip anyways. You can see these tiny little holes here, so if you wanted to, you could actually sew these onto the hair. But there's really no need, because you can just jam them up into your hair and they'll stay without being sewn on. So I think it's convenient either way. So you need hair. If you have long hair, I'm jealous and you don't need extensions. Short hair, you need extensions. And then you need clips for your extensions if they're not already sewn on. You're going to need a brush, your favorite brush. And then you're also going to need a claw clip of some sort to clip your hair up. So let's get started. First thing I want to teach you is how I actually curl my hair. So you need to grab your hair that you're going to be curling, and I wear a lot of rows. I have like 5 rows I put on my head, because the more hair, the more full it's going to be, and then the more it's going to blend in also. So this is my bottom track, and as you can see, I've parted it into 2 different sections. So you just want like 1 inch of hair for the curling iron. Oh, you're also going to need a curling iron for this tutorial. This is just a Hot Tools professional ceramic curling iron, and it's really hot. To curl my hair, I always start from the top. So I'm going to put my curling iron towards the top of the hair, and I'm just gonna kind of pull down and twist. And as I twist, I release a little bit and pull down again. Twist and release, and it's just a process you keep doing until you get to the bottom of the hair. So now I have all of that strand in the curling iron. And the reason why I start from the top is you can see we have a really good spiral curl going down the entire strand of hair. If you started from the bottom, it would be super curly at the bottom, and then it would be really straight at the top. So again, we're gonna start from the top, twist, release the tension, twist again, release, twist, release, twist, release, and then we're good. We got all of it in there. Now when I say release, all I'm doing is pressing on the handle of the curling iron, and that's releasing the tension and letting me pull the hair down. So there we go. We have both of our pretty spiral curls, and I'm going to continue this method for the rest of my hair. So start from the top, twist around a little bit, release, twist, release, and twist. This will become really fluid when you start doing it a lot. At first it may seem a little difficult, but you will master it and it'll become a lot easier, I promise. And then you release. To save time, I actually curled the rest of my extensions already, so we're gonna get started on how to clip them into your hair. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my fingers as a comb, and I'm going to part the back of my hair. And I'm going to actually do this really close to the bottom of my neck, and this is going to make my first part to put the hair. Once you make your part, you want to then curl the straight hair so that it blends. So now you want to grab your first track of hair and we're going to clip that in. To clip the track in, you want to lay it directly onto the part, grab your clip, and with the combs going upwards, you snap it into place. And you just do the same for both sides. Voila! And now we're just going to do the same for the rest of our hair. So you let the claw clip down, and then you're going to go really, really close to that last track. You're gonna get as close as you can and make another part. So you can see how close I got to it. Now, again, we're going to take the straight hair, and to make it blend, we're gonna touch it with the curling iron. Once you do that, it's time to clip in the extensions again. So just follow the same procedure and it'll securely fasten it to your head. This is my next row. We're just gonna clip it in. I like to start clipping in my hair on the corners. That just helps it stay stationary. And for these big ones, I like to put approximately 4 to 5 clips, depending on how heavy the hair is. This one I'm gonna put 4. And again, we're just keeping them as close to each other as possible. Take the straight pieces, curl those babies, curl it. Just hold the hair there with my left hand. With my right hand, I take the clip and I slide it up. You may notice on the extensions that you buy that have the clips already sewn on, the clips go down. I'm not really a fan of that because I feel like the hair tends to slip out more. These ones, when you push it up, it doesn't really fall out as easily. So holding it with my left hand, sliding up with my right, and then snap it to stay. Also may notice that I have 2 different lengths of hair in my hair. That is because it's gonna give it that layered effect, which again is gonna make it look more natural. So at the bottom, I believe I have 18, and up here I have 14. This is a cute look. Nice and big. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm slowly gonna start curling this top section. So I'm gonna clip half of it out of the way and I let half of it hang down and back, and I'm just gonna curl it the same way as we curled the extensions. Okay, so now part your hair how you naturally would part it, and start curling your hair to blend backwards from that way. So I'm actually going to curl this back. And then this is all my baby hair right here. I'm gonna do the same thing. When you curl it back, it just kind of gives it that like real wispy look, and it also adds height to your roots. See how it looks like we're lifting the hair? That's how you get the volume. Now obviously that's a little ridiculous. Is that hairdo? That's totally what I look like right now. But now we're going to blend it with our fingers. After you've kind of combed through it with your fingers, it should all be kind of blending together and looking really pretty. And here's one last thing that you can do if you can find it. This is called the bang thing, and I actually got it from Sally's Beauty Supply. It's just a little hair piece that is used to emphasize your bangs. It has 3 clips on the back that are already sewn on for you. And what I do is I just hide it underneath my bangs, and it's gonna add some volume. So I'm going to leave about 2 inches in the front to hide it. I comb that over for a minute, and then I'm just gonna clip this onto the part. And then I'm gonna take my hair and I'm just gonna lay it over top of that. So now, I don't know if you can notice, but it added quite a bit of volume, and you can't see it because it's hidden underneath the hair. So this is how I wear my hair just about every day. Thank you. Bye.